Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Not Afraid to Garden. I'm in the garden today and it is Memorial Day. Beautiful day out here. And look at those roses. So I figured I might just do like a walk around the garden day. And I'm working on doing some trimming throughout the garden. And because I have been planting quite a bit of plants. Oh, I can't stop staring at those roses. And I think they've been there, I want to say 3 years already. So they're really in full bloom this year. But let me turn the camera around and let's take a walk in the garden and see what the garden looks like. Today we're not doing anything major. Again, we're just enjoying the day, enjoying our time in the garden. All right, so this is what the garden looks like from the patio for now. We are trying to grow the grass here. I know you guys know that I've mentioned we don't do really well with the grass, but we did seed earlier. We keep watering, so we're hoping that will work. Flower pots are coming in beautiful with so many colors. I've got petunias, I got vincas, there's some alocasias there. I'm gonna have to move them because it's getting a lot of direct sun. And then here, petunias, I believe they are. So this is what the garden looks like for now. The angelica trees, I have them in flower pots. I know I did a video on them. You guys did mention they're very invasive, and indeed they are. So I have them in flower pots back there also, and here. They really do well in flower pots. They remind me of like palm trees. And then my husband just ran to Home Depot and he was going to pick up something. Then I asked him, could you bring me back a little plant? And then he looks at me like, really? Like, do you need more? But he brought me back the bougainvilleas in pink. So I placed it in here. I'm going to leave it in the flower pot because you guys know this is an annual here, zone 7. I have this torch here, light torch up here. And I'm gonna train it to grow up there. So he brought me 2. So I figured I put them on both sides, one here, one there, and then there's another torch here. And I will train that. I have to clear all this other stuff up from there. Other flower pots back there looking really good. Colors are starting to kind of come in. There's roses back in that area there. Let's see what else we can take a look at. These are the daylilies, but again, nothing yet. Oh, but look at these pink roses. And these are repeat. The rose bush is a repeat bloomer. So this will continue to bloom all summer long. And look at that angelica tree in the back. Isn't that pretty? And the backdrop there. And the roses in this flower bed. Everything else pretty much flowered already in this flower bed. And then I've got the roses on the gazebo here, the raw iron gazebo. And then I've got the jasmine that's grown further up, and all the way at the top I will get flowers later on. There's a bird nest there, and this little guy there. And there's 3. It's the mom, I believe it's the dad, and this little baby one here. And that's been their nest for quite some time. Disturb them. I wanted to put some flowers up there in those shades, but I don't want to disturb him, so I will leave him alone. Let's take a walk back here, and this is where the walkway, this is the gate to the wooded area back there where most of the deers hang out back there. And I do have an angelica tree also in this flower pot, and this is made out of cement, I think it is. How beautiful that looks. And then I have a fern, I have a snapdragon, I have a vinca in there also. So give it a little time and that's going to bloom really pretty. Let's take a walk now to the cabana in here. This is where I started. And here's a no, not the mandevilla. Okay, I'll have to remember the name on this one, but I did plant this one in this flower pot. It's doing beautiful. I put a hydrangea there. I added hydrangea there, and I put that rose bush there. The winter did kill off 2 big bushes that I had here, so I had to replace that. That's what I did here. And then most of these plants that I have in here, again, here's a flower pot. Eventually all those white flowers, they'll spill over. And I have the same thing on that flower pot right there. Let's take a look and see. These are doing really good. All of these they need shade. So I'm just hanging out here. And I just water them every 2 to 3 days, because they are getting a little bit of the sun in the back, but that's from there. I flowered once, so I'm waiting for it to flower again. There's a red begonia. And here's a domino peace lily. Look at those leaves, pretty. And I added a potato vine here to grow. Look at this one here, and that's a bird nest. And it's got these plants that just hang right over. So this one, give it a little time, and it'll also spill over the flower pot. It's going to look really beautiful. Look at this begonia in there. Isn't that pretty? And it's sharing its space with Adansonii. That's growing in there and also growing out of the pot there. So because it's a shady area, it does really well here. I'm hoping to spend a lot of time back here, so we'll see. Those roses do look beautiful. They do add a lot of color to the garden. And again, the grass in this area, it is growing in. Again, we have to have a little more patience, I guess. But we are watering it day and night and hoping that it will continue to grow and it'll get thicker by the end of the summer. Actually, let's go this way. Let's go behind the gazebo here and see what is happening right back here. We have some of the roses. Again, the knockout roses that I have one on each of the gazebo's legs here. There's another angelica tree growing in a flower pot. And there's a sweet bush there. Look at all those flowers. This year, again, this year has given me more flowers. There's a honeysuckle vine there. That one's like an orange and pink color. And it's mixed together there. That sweet bush, look how beautiful, and the colors that it gives you. And you've got some roses growing on this side here, and roses here. And then I've got my raised bed that my son-in-law and my daughter gave me, and then my husband built the top section there. there's a video before this one that I show you how he created that. If you want to go take a look at that and see how he built that. So that is what's happening in the garden right now. This is some type of elderberry bush. So it's about to bloom. So you guys can see little flowers there. There's the little buds actually. It's got quite a bit of buds there. So it's going to flower pretty soon. Pretty soon we're going to get started knocking down this greenhouse. We're going to knock this one down, and my grandson's designing the greenhouse, and he's going to give us those measurements and those specs pretty soon, so then we can start working here. And this looks like a tornado came through here. I'm going to show you the before and the after. Unfortunately, we lost power here for about a week and a half, which I didn't come to the greenhouse during the, it was in January when the temperature dropped like below 0. So I lost everything in here, everything there. But again, I'm going to get a new greenhouse, and that is not going to happen again because I'm going to make sure that we handle that. And then here's the Ragusa roses. And everything here will have to be moved. Everything here, I'll have to move all that. Repot those plants, find a new spot for them. And I will not be able to come down this path any longer once I build that greenhouse, because it's going to expand this way. So this will not be a path any longer. I'll have to go around. Let's take a look at the orchids and see what's happening here. Got orchids, ferns. Is that other fern? Oh, look at that one. Had this one a couple of years. This orchid is in bloom. This orchid is in bloom. That one. Beautiful. That one is yellow. It's like a yellow-green color. There's another one in bloom back here. There was that purple one, but it's already done. But everything else is doing great here. They are getting the shade. The begonia right back here. You see Vanda from here all the way down here, and some of the other plants in the back here. Let's take a look around this way. As we turn the corner, there's another path that goes all the way down that way. Here are the monsteras. Actually, they do need water. I have to water them. There's the rest of the orchids in that area. It's a pretty nice path that it has. Very nice and peaceful to just walk through here. I've got all the tropical plants all along the path here. All the way down that way. And there's the rest of the garden. Not much of the color is happening right now. You guys know everything has its time. And here. Take a look at the pond area. And I've got some of the other plants hanging here, some of the other flower pots. They are under the trumpet vine. This is another quiet area. A bench there. And it stays pretty much shaded in this area. Then here's the other trumpet vine. I've got plants underneath it, and then there's the pond there. It's a nice quiet place to spend time. I just really do nothing and just sit here and just, you know what, appreciate every second that you have and just be grateful and, you know, for all the blessings that we do have, for this peace that the Lord provides for us. So if you don't take a couple of minutes to, again, to just sit and, you know what, and just be thankful and grateful for our family, our loved ones, the day, the beautiful flowers, the plants, the gardens that God provides for us. Again, this is His way of, again, showing His love for us and how He gives us this peace. And there's some plants that I have right back here. Also, the plumerias are coming in. You guys can see the plumerias are growing. So I'll have to give them a little time. I planted a new banana tree here. This is a different type of banana tree. Seems to be doing well here. I'm hoping that this one survived the winter. Look at this. So I'm waiting for that one to come in. And then this one. This one is doing pretty good. I just have to water it. The miniature pink rose. Pretty soon it'll all be covered up with pink roses. I've got the larger pink rose here. And then I have the hydrangea, oak leaf hydrangea. They're coming in. I can't wait till this gets really big because this is going to give me privacy from the front here. So that's my walk in the garden. Here are my light pink roses. The dark purple or pink roses. Those really have a nice scent. There's my red wigula, I think, sure how exactly how you pronounce that, but I have that one, and then the other one is right back here, and that's pink. That one always blooms first. And here's the bird bath my granddaughter gave me for Mother's Day. How beautiful. And again, it's just providing water for the birds out here. There's that arch. Now we exit the tropical garden and we're right back to our garden here. So again, we're waiting for this grass to grow in full. So that's going to look really nice once that is full. And then I'll keep an eye on the new bougainvillea. No, the bougainvilleas are, it's the pink one right back there. That's the mandeville. Yes. So I can't wait till those start climbing up there. So again, I'm going to clear out a little bit of the patio and just continue to work here and enjoy the day. Hope you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day. Hope you can enjoy that with your family, or if you're just spending some quiet time again, in your garden or at home, wherever that may be. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.